Good morning. Welcome to ABC123 Trader. Today is February 17th. It's 8:15 Eastern Standard Time, and I'm just going to be doing a quick analysis for the Nasdaq futures because I will not be online today. I will be assisting some friends of mine that have to go back to Canada, and due to the Canadian coronavirus standards for entering the country, I got to get their COVID tests ready. So with that being said, so you understand why I'm not online, we'll do a quick analysis and what I want to see from what I did yesterday on the video, on live. I did a post analysis and seeing what I'm seeing today. Yesterday, when I was saying when the market was up here, I did, of course, a stupid thing. I was being an idiot right first thing in the morning. I wanted to show you an example, and it went the other direction. But on my analysis, I was expecting the market to go down. It eventually did. By the time I finished the video, I said this was my ultimate target right on this line. It actually went beyond the line, which was a good thing. So the nice thing about it was where I was projecting, my trade was up here, somewhere up here, and I made my target. I had a really good day yesterday, guys. It took me, I took that loss in the beginning and away we go. And the question is, how did I know the market should be going up or going down? And this is what I reiterate over and over and over again. Always look at longer time frames and then work your way down. That is the key, guys. Always look at longer time frames. Come on. And work your way down. So, whoops, cancel. So now when you're looking at, when I start from top-down approach, what you have to realize is this is the beginning of the sell phase. It took a day and a bit before it decided to come down. It hit new levels. What you do is you look at new levels. So let's go at 13,900. See, right on the money. They like the 100 numbers, and we can always analyze to see what's going to happen. And it literally hit the 900 level. That's where they wanted, and then they pushed it down. How far we go, we don't know exactly. Oh, I erased that son of a gun. So what you have to do now is, but as long as we know that we still have another 9 days on a sell phase, we can see the energy and seeing where support and resistance is on longer time frame. Well, as you can see here, this was a major reversal point. And if you look at the top of this body and the top of this body, they're basically lining up within a few ticks. Okay? So what you can do, and we're not using volume analysis yet, we're just looking at the basics. Some are within this range. I will be looking for, if it keeps on coming down, to stop and look at this number here. 550, 50s and 100s are numbers of interest. You can see it with tip of the wick, body, body. So we got 3 areas of interest. Other than that, this is all noise between on longer time frame. Now when I start working my way down, yesterday I was looking at projections, how many times they pass and fail. This 10 o'clock failed. We know that now, early enough in the phase. So because we are on a sell phase, see the sell phase here, guys, I'm more interested in sell numbers. Buy phases, buy numbers. See, holding. Buy phases, buy numbers. Buy phases, buy numbers. Beginning sell phase, break down. Sell phase, let's go. So it looks like it wants to push down one more time. See this really thin bar here? This thin bar represents this bar. So now I have another long-term possibly an area of support and resistance. And if you look at a 60-minute chart, but let's do this data series. Let's put it to a 4-hour for that during this time. As you can see on a 4-hour chart, actually it even gives you a better analysis. Let's open this up. I'm going to go control. There we go. We even actually have a better area of understanding. Now I can actually get the range a little bit better from here to here. Because you can see it was the body hit here, the body hit here, these two bodies up on the top. So this is a range between 40 to 60. We really have to watch out. You can see we're in this zone here, this zone here, this zone here. Okay, let's go back to the 1 hour chart. Look at it again. Let's see what's happening, and it looks like it's starting to break down. We have some volume issues here. Then what you do, take your volume control, find out right from the last spike, the order flow, you take from the last spike and work it way before the breakout. And as you can see, volume point of control is right here. And see where it tapped before it came up? So now we know another area of support and resistance. Another area of support and resistance will be also a valley, a big valley. Do it again. That's another zone of interest, and if you look at it, it's close to that 50 mark again, guys. And then you got 150 mark. So this is where we're going to be looking, every 50s in these zones. Now, if I go to the left for a while, okay, so there's nothing really of interest there, but we'll see. Okay, so this is kind of where setting up our game plan. So the next one, I'm going to go to a 5-minute chart, and now let's look at our areas of interest. On shorter term time frames, see, if I was up at 4 in the morning, we hit our target. Look at this. This is my day trend, guys. This is what I always tell you. This is my favorite indicator. You get into that zone, you're off to the races. And here, then we'd watch for targets, and she took off. So it already went 150 points last night, guys, from the London session, which makes me a little sad because I won't be trading today, hardly. Maybe not. And as you can see, look where our area of interest was. It was second day of movement. We have, this was, oh, that was yesterday's trade. Sorry, guys. My apologies. February 16th, where today's, that was yesterday's. So now we take a look at again, where are we located? Let's open this up. This is our market maker line. So we have to watch. This is a critical zone, guys. Just take a rectangle for yourself if you don't understand. Top to bottom. We really got to watch the noise in this zone, where this zone is. Bottom to top, see if it taps or taps, taps or taps. But what we're looking for is, if it does take off in the morning and we're still expecting the market to go down, it did move quite a bit, so we really have to watch where these two lines are here. Will be my first area of interest of possibly shorting a trade, not going long. We have negative 0.22. We are at almost 630. And then we work up at areas of interest where possible support and resistances. Let's see, yellow and green. The yellow and green you don't have to worry about. We're done here. So if we break through here, then you look at these previous stop out lines. See, 1 and 2. This still keeps on pushing up aggressively. Then when we get into these zones, we're back to the sweet spot of market makers and London's market open pricing. And then when we're going down, because there are many stop outs while we're running, if it goes up to our favor, we really have to watch these zones, because we have old market maker, we have a couple of market opens, so they has to punch through all these zones here, that it needs that liquidity for reversing in time. And here was my ultimate goal, as you can see. And before I actually put on this chart, guys, take a look. Look, what did I do? I said, I'm really interested in the daily in this zone. I went back to this zone it was at 240 when we made this bar back here, right? Even look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually now I can do this now on the 1 hour because we had 2 bars here. So we know it's within that zone. And then as you can see, it was a little tighter here, but you can see we are right in the heart of a market maker. Okay? So when you're building your trade map, you got to put the mindset, am I going down today? Or, we have extreme pressure. Our time on the sell phase is working nicer, and we got to 11. And then we know we might get a lot of vibration before we get to our ultimate target, because look at all these market maker prices. Okay? Now, since we have our main game plan, and you're setting up for the day, mark yourself where's the high region, where's the low region, and try to figure it out. So what you can do, I'm going to use the cleanest chart of only one indicator so you guys can understand. Yeah, I'll keep it on 15 minutes for now. And I'm only going to put one indicator right now. All I'm going to put on right now, fib predictor. And if you see this, I'm using a New York time because my computer is set for New York. The easiest thing to day trade, if you have a trading computer, I would highly recommend if you're trading New York, set it to New York times, then you don't have to play around. Okay? Now all that you're seeing here is where you saw the vibration on an overnight session. This is the low of the overnight session, this is the high of the overnight session, and I did Fibonacci predictors to see if it's going to hit these zones of interest. If they do, this is my conservative zone of interest, second conservative area, third conservative area. And as you can see, this whole overnight session is from 8 o'clock. Let's go control 3 again. I'll say from 8 o'clock till now. Where's my volume point of control? There you go. Volume point of control, if you look at it, is literally at the 50% line. Just give me a second here. I'm going to put you on pause. I'll be back. Sorry about that. So anyways, so this is what I look at. Now I know this area of interest is kind of the middle of the overnight session. 50%, 61.8. So we know they're going to vibrate in this area. Once it starts breaking out in either direction, if we can get going, we can hopefully get to these targets. Once it gets to these targets, possibly a bounce back. Remember I created my first line in the sand saying it possibly could go here. If it's there, I presume it will go to here. That's the area of interest they want to go. And we'll go back. I'll go back to a previous chart to see why I moved it down. Now I moved that line down a bit. And it's just right out of the market maker, so we're really close within that zone. But we're just trying to fine-tune our trades to get ready for the day. So now when you know kind of the game plan, that we could say we can look to the left to find areas of interest where they're vibrating now because we're getting to a smaller time frame. So you can see they're wicking in these zones. So there's a lot of wicks in this area. And there's a lot of vibration in this level. So we really have to watch at the 700 level. If we can get to the 650 level, we can do that as well. Okay? There we go. So she's trying to break down, and it might bounce up again. So when you see this now, because we're early in the day, let me take a look here. Just give me a second. High volume is coming out in here. I'm going to show you on this chart here. So what's happening right now? We haven't even got to our regular charts yet. See, they're trying to push new lows again. And now we're getting into areas of interest. So they moved 50 points already within 7:55 for half an hour. But now when you start adding everything up slowly but surely, guys. Yeah, it's at extremity, it needs to bounce back yet. So when you get to these levels, then what you can start doing eventually is starting to look from volumetrics. As you can see, a lot of volume selling. They played all night. They did a big sell-off in the beginning, worked its way up. Now take a look at this, how crazy it is. Delta, initial delta, back to initial delta for the second push off. Now let's go to this delta. They're very close. I might pull back again to do it again. Now if I go, I wonder if this will work. I'm not sure if it will. Let's see if it does. I never tried it. No, you can't do that. Okay. I'm just curious if it would work. It'd be kind of cool. So, so when you add everything up, I'm still going to be looking possibly. It all depends. We always have to watch the market open. Now we know we have areas of interest, and it literally touched. Go figure, guys. Zoom. I'll put this one in. There's that dotted line I made while we were talking live, and see how she tapped it. Just went a little bit over. We're in that zone of area I have to watch for, and I need to come back for continuation. Analysis is huge to understand, and once you get used to it, because I've been looking at day in and day out, and I'll be straight with you, I have made more mistakes than probably you could ever imagine. But once you finally get that aha moment and you be patient enough, one can become a very consistent trader. Okay, so last thing, and then I'm going to sign off for today because I do actually have to help my friends here right away, is what we do, like I always tell my guys, look top of the hour and see how it broke down once, and if you're going to try to take another trade, this would be your second opportunity. Possibly this would be the third opportunity for going down, but I would not be interested at this point in time because you're at 6:30 of a turnaround time. And what I would do is I'd wait for a pullback maybe into this zone here. See all this vibration? So I go Control 3, look at all my vibration. If it's going to continue down, this will be my next zone of interest if it gets up to that area. Because we have a lot of volume, and if it still breaks past this volume point of control, that's fine. It still might hit where all these yellow and white dots are. We'll see what happens here and then here, because you can see these two here. And that's about it. It's I'll shift this up as fast as I can so you can understand what I'm looking at, and if the market still keeps on punching down. So usually what happens, actually I'll do the last thing in conclusion so you can understand. Usually what happens majority of the time in the markets, now let me get my first chart here. So this one, no. Let me move them out one at a time so I can find them. I've got so many. That one out, not that one. There we go. Not even that one. Not even that one either. I'm going to show you that one as well. Let me just open this up to make sure. What the heck, I didn't close it. Somewhere around. The daily chart. Actually, let's take a look at that thing. Oh man. See, 10 o'clock, guys. If it works properly, 10 o'clock to 10:45, and then we'll have to watch at it. See, this might be chopped from 12 on. This could be your next punch again. They're going to play this game for the rebound for 10 o'clock. That's what I'm going to look for. But where did my chart go? Driving me crazy. Other than that, I will bid you adieu, and you guys just make sure you pinpoint your trades, trade safe, and you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye.